All right, here we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator once again. Welcome. Oh, hold on. That's my voice. Um, this is Mike November Whiskey coming to you from Detroit, Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey in the Delta 9084 Fenix A320 tonight. Tonight is a very special night in that we are conducting our final flight, our final around the world flight back to our home base of Newark International Airport in New Jersey. We started this around the world journey back in November, and over the course of 53 legs traversed the world 2 hours at a time. Very cool milestone. I mean, it's a personal milestone. Like, we're not, solving world hunger here, but still very excited nonetheless. And it should be a very fun final flight because we've got some weather, and we have ATC for most, if not all, of the way, assuming they stay online. So yeah, if folks are interested in joining, we are at Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey heading to Newark International, Kilo Echo Whiskey Romeo. I'll go ahead, I think we'll see if this shortcut works, but nope, it did not. But I'll post the route in the chat if folks are interested in following along. We're going to be using a real-world route tonight. It is a flight that Delta actually operates and actually operated earlier today. But we're using our standard call sign 9084. Give me 1 second here and I'll get the flight plan all organized. Alright, let's see. One second here. There we go, and this is going to be our route hitting the chat right now. Boom. But any which way you'd like to get to Newark is totally fine. All right, so enough of that. We do have other planes here. Yeah, there's another Delta flight. I think they're heading to Miami. I think that plane just landed. It's good to see the model matching seems to be working, which is nice. And that sunset is looking absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely lovely. Low lying clouds here. There was severe thunderstorms in the New York area earlier today. Chance for additional storms soon, I think, but we'll brief all the weather and good stuff once we get into the plane. At this point, I'm going to turn my camera on. Hey everybody, how's it going? And I think we can start with cockpit preparation. Why delay further? Alright, hopping in, we are cold and dark as we like to start. And beginning with the overhead panel here, let's get batteries turned on. I think that's a light switch. Yep, that looks good. And external power is connected. Oh, lovely clunk. Love that clunk. Alright. Continuing to get organized here. I got everything set up in a rush because the kids stayed up later than I anticipated tonight. But we won't rush things. We'll make sure we're ready before we head out. Okay, so power is connected. Integrated lights are on. Let's get nav and logo lights on outside. No smoking signs on auto. Emergency exit lights are armed. We'll keep fuel pumps off and seatbelt signs off while we refuel. Crew supply oxygen is coming on, ground control on, and we can start aligning those IRSs. We'll do our fire test starting with the APU. Engine 1. Those LED effects are fantastic. Engine 2. And cargo smoke. looks great. Coming down below, these screens look nice and bright. Let's see. Coming up to the glare shield, we'll set this up properly when we brief our departure, but we'll get constraints on for now, and all the lights are nice and bright, so that's fine. Coming down here, checking our screens. Okay, so in this Delta livery, we have the kind of analog gauge, so we just give that a nice little pull. We'll wait for that to level off and center. That looks good. And we'll set our backup altimeter when we get the weather. Landing gear is indicating down, lever is down, anti-skid is on, clock looks good. Let's go ahead and reset the engine timer. Looks good there. ECAM looks good. Just a quick check at the status page. Alright, that looks fine. Go back to door. Looking here at cockpit, oxygen is good. A little cut off from this viewpoint, but that's fine. Hydraulic fluid looks great. And good oil quantity. Everything looks good there, as it should. No reason why it shouldn't. Coming down here to the panel, let's get ourselves on monitoring center, or at least getting center on standby. Let me quickly check what Cleveland Center's frequency is. 119.875. Alright, so that is loaded in standby. We haven't heard from them yet, but when we're ready, a little bit further along cockpit prep, we'll monitor and see if they're providing ground clearances. Actually, we should be able to see that in vPilot, so let me just quickly check. Double click on them. Oh, and they're streaming as well. That's fun. But they provide no information on clearances. We'll give them a call when we're ready to get going. But in the meantime, assuming we're not going to get a squawk code, I'll just get this loaded up 1200 just in case. And let's check the rest of the cockpit prep. So, weather systems are currently off, engine masters are off, engine mode is normal, flaps are retracted, ground spoilers are disarmed and retracted as well. Rudder trim is set to 0, parking brake is engaged, everything else looks good. Excellent. Alright, so coming over to our EFB. Let's see here, let's pull in our flight information from SimBrief. Let's get some weather. Unit mismatch, always unit mismatch. Going to sim settings, going to units. I have my OFP in kilograms, there we go. And re-import, yes. Alright, that all looks good, going from Detroit to Newark. Okay, let's look at the METAR information. This is, yeah, pretty recent, looks good. So winds are light out of 320, 10 statute miles scattered at 5,500, overcast, 19 degrees, altimeter 2974. So 29, adjust that down. 2974 on both sides, and down here as well. This is in hectopascal, so we'll just flip this over. Oh, no. Flip this over for the conversion. 1007. Oh. And there it is. Looks good. Alright, about 5 more minutes for IRS alignment, so we'll continue our brief here. There's no digital ATIS for Detroit because we just have center online. And let's take a look then at the OFP. Alright, pulling this in from SimBrief as well. Check everything looks good here. So we're at Detroit heading to Newark. Our alternate tonight is Boston Logan. Flight number Delta 9084, constant index of 18, flight level 390. It will be above the trouble pause, and it'll have a mild tailwind of 7 knots. Our block time tonight is 1 hour and 40 minutes, but only 1 hour and 10 in the air, so nice and quick, and that tailwind is going to help quite a bit. But there is expected turbulence maxing out at Foxtrot Quebec Mike. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Engines look correct because this is the actual Fenix profile, so everything should be correct. Looking here, we are taking off from runway 4 right, and I think with the winds coming down to 300-ish, that makes sense to me. Flight looks good. We'll check the Newark ATIS to see if 22 left is active. But looking at the fuel, this all looks fine as well. Good fuel to our alternate, and the final reserve and the contingency give us a little bit of extra buffer, so I'm happy with that. So with that, actually, let's get fueling started. So mass and balance. This is actually going to get fueling and boarding started, so before we get boarding started, let's make sure the APU is on. Master on, and start. Boom. Oh wait, nope. Now boom. Okay, great. And we can monitor the APU startup from the APU page. There it is, flaps are open. And percentage is starting to increase, so is the EGT. And the EGT is going to get nice and high as the engine there spools up, but then I think it will settle back down. We should actually see the meter change as airflow increases through the APU. Yep, there it goes. So red line EGT is starting to decrease, as we would expect, I believe, as more air flows through and cooling the system. Alright, APU is available. Next thing is just to activate the APU bleed, which will start flowing through the pack system. So we'll see the bleed valve is on, and green, and pressure is increased, and the pack faults should go off as well. I see pack 1 went off, and then there's pack 2. So the packs are active, which means we can now safely board because air is being recycled through the cabin. Alright, so let's go ahead and load aircraft. Well, actually, before we do that, quick thing. We don't have the company message. I think if I log on half an hour before, we do get a load sheet, but we'll probably just get a final load sheet at this point. So we'll load the aircraft, and we'll do it fast. We don't want to take too much time. And look, folks are starting to take their seats, so that is working as expected. Great. So while that's happening, let's continue briefing our route and get some charts loaded. So let's start with the NavGraph charts. NavGraph charts and import SimBrief. There's Detroit. Ground charts will start with 10-9, which is general airport info. And there we are at our stand. I actually forgot to check what stand we're at, and I don't think the airport is detailed enough to give us that information. So we can also look at, there should be parking gates. I believe we were at Alpha something or another. I'm going to say Alpha 3-4. Why not? It's fine if we're a little bit off. That's just for our clearance call if we need to make one. All right, departure. Let's take a look at what was planned for. So we're expected to fly runway 4 right, the Pavel 2 departure. Pavel 2. So get that started. And let's take a look at the approach chart just to take a look at the runway. So ILS runway 4 right, Cat 2, Cat 3. We could also use this to brief an emergency return procedure as well. So let's just look at our starred charts. That looks good. Airport info, Pavel to RNAV. So just to quickly take a look at our probable taxi route. So 4 right is actually real close to here, which is nice. So we'll taxi back onto Uniform 9. I think we can go down all the way to Tango and Tango to Yankee 1 just to maximize the length of runway. Looking at the departure, so Pavel 2 from 4 right. Climb on heading 36 to intercept course 61 to wings, then on track 120 degrees to cross Datsk at or below 7,000, then on track 123 degrees to cross Sliva at or above 4,000. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, at or below and at or above. I see. So looking at the visual representation of that, looks like a slight right turn towards wings, and then at wings turn 120 towards Datsk, and that's when we hit our first ceiling restriction. And then we have a minimum of 4,000. So we could say our initial climb out could be like 5,000 feet. That sounds good, unless we get told otherwise by clearance. But for now, we'll just put 5,000 here. Great. All right, so that is the departure chart. And I think that is fine. Let's see how we're doing on IRS alignment, and then we could start setting up the box. All right, IRSs are aligned. But before that, let's monitor center frequency.
Southwest 2758 is 19 miles from the airport. Flighting 190, maintain 3,000 until established in localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 22 left, Detroit.
190, 3,000 until established. Cleared ILS 22 left, Southwest 2758.
Sorry about the long final, I fell asleep over here.
No worries.
All right, just checking VATSIM again.
Walker 894 after the Gons intersection, clear direct Top Gun.
Yeah. Hey, Nico, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, man. I just signed on to the frequency. That was the first transmission I heard.
We're 328 Papa X-ray, Cleveland, loud and clear. American 516, Buffalo, wind 22010, runway 23, cleared for takeoff, fly, runway heading.
Yeah, he is controlling. Let me see if I remember how to do IFR clearances. It's been a bit. So I'll just take down my scratch notes.
Southwest 488, Cleveland Center, clear to the Kennedy Airport. The Buffalo 8 departure, radar vectors, Geneseo VOR, that is filed. Maintain 10,000, expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure, squawk 5765.
Oh, you know what? The pilot might be out of range, which is why we can't hear them. Because I'm not hearing pilot responses. I'm just hearing the controller.
Southwest 48, runway 23 for departure, call for taxi.
All right, so Delta 84.
Delta 2902, contact Indianapolis Center 119.55.
Over to Indianapolis, good night.
And I stepped on somebody, Mr. Transmission, say again.
Oh, boarding complete. Nice.
I believe the call sign is Papa X-ray, aircraft ending Papa X-ray. Say again, please. Affirmative.
All right, just getting things organized here.
328 Papa X-ray, Cleveland Center. Okay. Do you want flight following, or you just want to leave the Mansfield surface area? Or question. Do you want flight following? Stand by 1 second. Southwest 2758, runway 22 left at Metro, cleared to land, wind 030 at 5.
Clear land runway 22 left, Southwest 2758.
Gateway 9901, Cleveland Center, roger.
Just waiting for a break.
November 328 Papa X-ray, Cleveland Center. I'm wondering, do you want flight following to Youngstown? Okay. Radar tracking, traffic advisories. All right, number 328 Papa X-ray, Cleveland Center. Squawk 5730. The Mansfield weather 230 at 4. And the altimeter 2977, be runway 23 for departure, call for taxi.
All right, there's our load sheet. And accept.
American 516, Cleveland radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 280, turn right heading 280.
Cleveland Center, Jedi 9 Kilo Bravo, 15000.
Jedi 9 Kilo Bravo, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 390.
Flight level 390, 9 Kilo Bravo.
United 1453, contact New York Center 125.32. Delta 289, contact New York Center 125.32. United 1453, contact New York Center 125.32.
125.32, thanks for all your help.
And Center, hello, Jedi 6 Alpha with you level 15,000.
Jedi 6 Lima Alpha, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 390.
Level 390, Jedi 6 now.
American 516, clear direct Flint.
How can you provide clearance when it's so busy?
Number 328 Papa X-ray, Mansfield, altimeter 277, runway 23, taxi via Bravo, cross runway 32.
Center Southwest 2758, left on Yankee 4.
Southwest 2758, taxi to parking this frequency.
Parking on this frequency, Southwest 2758.
I'm on the east server, but I think it's all combined at some point. So it should be on east. I changed to west when east was down.
Mach 211 cross Gray Sat and maintain 10,000 Pittsburgh altimeter 2977.
What was the crossing altitude for Grace Mach 211?
Mach 211 cross Gray Sat and maintain 10,000.
Grace Sat and maintain 10,000 Mach 211.
American 516, flight level 280 is your final requested, is that correct? Spirit Wings 318, contact Washington Center 128.6.
Over to Washington Center, 128.6 for Spirit Wing to James to UTC.
American 516, Cleveland Center. What's your requested altitude?
Cleveland Center, Delta 1623, ready to taxi.
Delta 1623, heavy runway 22 left, taxi via Kilo, Yankee 10, cross runway 9 left, and give way to a Southwest 73 that just vacated 22 left.
22 left via Kilo, Yankee 10, cross 9 left, and give way to the Southwest, Delta 1623.
Cleveland Center, Delta 9084 at Detroit Metro Type A320, requesting IFR clearance to Newark, altimeter 2974.
Delta 984, Cleveland Center, clear to the Newark Liberty Airport via the Pavel 2 departure, SB transition as filed. Climb via SID, squawk 5710.
Clear to Newark via the Pavel 2 departure, SP transition, climb via the SID, transponder 5710, Delta 9084.
Delta 984, Rebecca is correct, runway 22 left for departure, call for taxi.
Roger, Delta 9084.
8 Papa X-ray, you are blocked, say again.
Alright, that was easy. Let me get my squawk code in. What am I looking for?
Number 328 Papa X-ray, left downwind departure approved, runway 23 Mansfield, clear for takeoff, wind 230 at 4.
All right. So that is good. That is the
Who else was ready for taxi?
to my mind the hardest part over with. Thanks for bearing with me, everyone.
2758, can we cross runway 9 or left?
Let's set up the box.
Southwest 2758, cross runway 9 or left.
Iris is our nav.
Crossing 9 or left, Southwest 2758.
And we have the latest AirX cycle. Ooh, second nav database. I don't think I've noticed that before.
Southwest 488,
Just turn the volume down a little bit.
Taxi via Alpha across.
All right, those engines are correct as well, so that is all good. Init page, we'll do init requests. And did he say runway 22 left? I think he did. So that's not the runway we were expecting. That's fine. And SP transition, let's take a look at Pavel. That will also help us figure that out. Oh, SB transition, got it. All right, that looks good. Flight number Delta 9084. Cost index, I've already forgotten. Cost index of 18. Cruise, I believe, is 390, so maximum heights. And let's get our wind information. Let's also confirm if 22 left makes sense. Ah, it does, actually. All right. Sounds good. The weather must have changed. Okay, so going back to init A. Triple pause, let's get the one from the flight plan in there, 36435. Alright, all looks good. Going to the flight plan now. We'll put in 22 left. And do the Pavel 2. Oh, missed it. Pavel 2. SB transition. Insert.
Moxie 211, you can plan ILS 28 right approach.
28 right for Moxie 211, we'll plan it.
Alright, so this is looking fine to me. Let's just go through the list here. We have that intercept point, then to Jolu, Yimi, Hayward, Sliva, Pavel, and then SB, and then on as planned. It looks like direct to Sierra Lima Tango, and then our approach, whatever that's going to be, and we can figure that out once we're in the air, and we'll do it pretty quickly.
211 contact Pittsburgh approach 119.3.
Because it'll be a pretty quick flight.
Approach 119.3, Moxie 211.
And a frequency 119.3.
So that's all good. Rad
119.35,
navs.
Moxie 211.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for rad navs. Not seeing any of note, so we'll leave that alone as is. This will automatically update unless I override it, and we have the ILS for the runway if we need it.
Number 328 Papa X-ray. Make sure transponder is on squawking mode Charlie.
We'll copy this flight plan over, and actually what we can do here is we can actually take a look at the Newark ATIS in advance, get a sense of where they're expecting us to come in, and we can use
Southwest 488, runway heading, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
ILS runway 22 left approach in use. And how's that compare with the OFP? 22 left, that's what we're
170 Cleveland Center,
expecting.
climb, maintain flight level 290 for traffic.
Maintain 290, yeah, 170.
Departing 22 right. Right, they'll probably assign us an approach in the air, but we can assume the one that we've been given. So I'll just put that into the primary flight plan when we're in the air. That should be easy enough to change. But the runway should be 22 left.
Number 328 Papa X-ray, Cleveland, your radar contact just off of Mansfield Airport. Maintain VFR. The Cleveland area altimeter 2974.
All right, going to init B. 0 fuel weights. Is 54.9.
Number 328 Papa X-ray, Cleveland Center,
And
affirmative. Radar contact
center of
near
gravity,
Mansfield.
30.1.
Maintain VFR. Cleveland area altimeter 2974.
And fuel, we have 6.5.
2974 is the altitude.
The altimeter.
And then let's get the rest of the fuel information in there from the OFP. So contingency 0.6, 1.7, and 1. 0.6, 1.7, and 1. That looks good. I still haven't been able to put in the trip wind. Let's try that. Yeah, no, still won't take it. TL7? TA7?
758, thanks for the ETC, have a good night. See you.
Tailwind.
Southwest 488,
Doesn't work.
radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 370.
Alright, next up will be performance, and we can use our performance calculator for this. Oh, interesting. I should be on there. I see.
Jedi 9 Kilo Bravo crossed Phillipsburg VOR at maintain flight level 250.
Yeah. I'm definitely on the VATSIM network.
Cross Phillipsburg and maintain flight level 250, that's about it.
Affirmative.
Alright, what was I looking for? Oh, performance.
Cleveland Center, Delta 1623, Q2 left, ready for departure.
22 left. Dry. Sync load sheets. We're going to do...
Delta 1623, heavy runway 22 left, RNAV boost, clear for takeoff. Detroit wind 03005.
And sync live weather.
RNAV boost, 22 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 1623.
Alright, and let's calculate. Oh, interesting. Nice and low V speeds.
Cleveland Center, Gateway 9901. You mind if I step out of the chair for a few minutes here?
Gateway 9901, about how long do you think?
About 3 minutes.
So
yeah, that's fine.
30.1 is about down 0.4, let's call it. So flaps 1 and down 0.4.
Jedi 6 Lima Alpha cross Phillipsburg VOR and maintain
Flex up to 67 degrees.
250.
And V speeds 129, 135, and 135. Transition altitude looks good, and engine out, acceleration, thrust reduction, acceleration altitude all look good as well. So box is complete.
Maintain 360, thank you.
Southwest 488, turn left heading 090, direct beeps.
Alright, so checklist before start to the line. Cockpit prep is complete, fuel message is sent. Oh, actually, let's get the tug connected so I could properly do this checklist.
Walker 894, descend via Top Gun 2, arrival.
Connect.
Detroit Metro altimeter 275.
We can
Delete
get
speed restriction.
external power off. Engine pumps come on.
275 and deplete speed restriction.
And seatbelt signs come on. Strobes on auto. Alright, so now to the line. Cockpit prep is complete, fuel message is sent, gear pins and covers are removed, signs are on in auto, irises are on nav, fuel quantity is set at 6520. Takeoff data set, Bauer ref is set on both altimeters. Before I start checklist, to the line. So let's go ahead and go below the line. Windows and doors are closed, beacon is coming on for engine start. Thrust levers are idle, parking brake is as required. Modes are off. 1 engine taxi will not be done. We'll do 2 engine taxi. So we'll go ahead.
403, Lidmeyer Space. The Minneapolis Center appears to be offline. ATC services are terminated. Frequency change approved.
So let's start. Pushback.
Happy weekend.
Engine mode on ignition. Engine 2 start.
Cactus 815, Cleveland Center. Climb maintain, level 350.
Sun definitely went down when we were gone.
Delta 1623, radar contact, leaving 10,000, resume at normal speed.
Leaving 10,000, resume normal speed, 1623.
Jedi 9 Kilo Bravo, contact New York Center 125.32.
125.32, 9 Kilo Bravo.
Capital 2608, contact New York Center 125.32.
125.32, have a good night, Capital 2608.
That was a good pushback. Jeez. And stop.
WestJet 298.
Brake
Cleveland
engaged.
Center, roger.
Disconnect tug. All right, and engine 1 start. Get the clock going.
Southwest 488, if you would, please reset your transponders. Clock 5721.
5721, Southwest 48.
Jedi 6 Lima Alpha, contact New York Center 125.32.
And say frequency in for Jedi now.
All right, engine start complete.
25.32.
After starts,
532, thanks for service.
engine mode back to normal. Get the APU off at this point.
Gateway 9901 back in the chair.
APU bleed is off.
Gateway 9901, thank you.
Get ready for taxi. Dim the lights a little bit. Get a little cozy. All right. Anti-ice as required. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim is set now to down 0.4. Let's just get that confirmed. Looks good. Flaps to takeoff configuration. Ground spoilers are armed. And rudder trim is set to 0. After start checklist is complete. So let's call up and know that we're ready for taxi. Let's just pull up the chart so we can have a reference. Let's see if we can predict where we're going to go.
WestJet 298. Is he even online anymore? Yeah, okay. Pass your message.
Cleveland Center Delta 9084 is ready for taxi.
Calling for taxi, standby. WestJet 298, say again. Okay, I'll send the request along, let him know, but it'll be up to you and him to negotiate here another 100 miles or so. And who's calling for taxi?
Delta 9084 is calling for taxi.
Delta 984, Cleveland Center. I'm just going to guess you want 22 left, but if you want something different, let me know. Runway 22 left, taxi via Kilo, Yankee 10, cross runway 9 left.
22 left is fine. Taxi via Kilo, Yankee 10, cross 9 left. Delta 984. All right, great. Let's actually, I didn't even check to see what that was. So yeah, so I guess we go around here to Kilo. Yeah.
Gateway 9901, contact Indianapolis.
This is actually kind of confusing.
19.55.
Let's take a look at the
Over to Indianapolis Center, Gateway 9901. Thank you for service, sir. Appreciate it.
parking gates. Doesn't really give you much more information. Because I can't go through the building, so I'll just go around the building to Kilo. Or maybe I'll spin around to Quebec.
WestJet 298 cross Easton intersection at maintain 17,000. Toronto altimeter 2970.
Okay, cross Easton at flight level 170 on 2970.
All right, let's go.
WestJet 298.
Actually, we'll just go straight. We'll just go around this building to the left here.
Cleveland Center, Southwest 4653, flight level 390, approximately 110 west of Ryer, New York.
Southwest 4653, Cleveland Center, squawk 5712.
5712, Southwest 4653.
Delta 1623, radar contact lost.
Go through this lovely procedurally generated airport.
Southwest 4653, radar contact, maintain flight level 390.
Maintain flight level 390, Southwest 4653.
Cleveland Center, American 234, flight level 370, 15 miles north of the Erie VOR.
American 234, Cleveland Center, squawk 5774.
5774, American 234.
Walker 894, you can plan for the ILS runway 21 left from Ryder.
Plan ILS 21 left from Ryder, Walker 894, thank you.
American 234, radar contact, 20 northeast of Erie, maintain flight level 350, and could you resend the flight plan?
Sure, I'll double check the flight plan, American 234.
Alright, making a turn here.
WestJet 298 traffic, 12 o'clock, 15 miles. Southeastbound turning eastbound at flight level 290, climbing is Cactus A320. He'll pass 6 miles off your left.
Okay, we got him on the TCAS. We'll let you know if you can say we're 629.
Cactus 815, traffic after the turn will be at your 11 o'clock, 10 miles westbound, flight level 300, descending a WestJet 73. We'll pass off your left.
This is Kilo, okay.
WestJet 298, we got the traffic tonight.
And we're going to cross 9 left on Kilo. And Yankee 10, I'm assuming, is the runway entrance at the very end, which is perfect. So a little bit more speed. And on this straightaway, once we cross the runway,
American 234, got the flight plan now, cleared Kennedy via
terrain radar
J70,
on.
Wilkes-Barre, Lenny 7 arrival.
weather systems on.
Yeah, to Kennedy, J70, Wilkes-Barre, and the Windy 7 arrival, American 234.
United 170. United 170, Phillipsburg is your next waypoint, is that correct?
Yeah, we're going to Phillipsburg right now, United 170.
United 170, cross Phillipsburg and maintain flight level 250.
Cross Phillipsburg, maintain 210, United 170.
250.
Sorry, 250, United 170.
We'll see if this weather radar works. I don't think it does yet somehow.
West wind 2683, contact Indianapolis Center, 119.55.
119.55 for West wind 2683. Thanks for your service today, sir.
Southwest 488, contact Boston Center, 134.7. Cactus 815, contact Boston Center 134.7.
Good evening, Cleveland Center, Brickyard 4722 with you at flight level 300.
Brickyard 4722, Cleveland Center, roger. Brickyard 4722, after the Phillipsburg VOR, clear direct Tribe 4 arrival.
Alright, so Yankee 10 should be coming up.
Brickyard 4722, after the Phillipsburg VOR, clear direct Tribe 4 arrival.
So before I take off to the line...
Alright, no shortcut for you.
It's funny. Funny guy. Alright, Yankee 10, let's do our final checks here. Alright, we'll do flight control tests, full left, full right.
American 516,
Neutral.
radar contact lost.
Full down, full back, lost, and then disconnect, full left.
Delta 984, RNAV Joe Lu, runway 22 left, cleared for takeoff, Detroit wind 030 at 5.
Clear for takeoff 22 left, Delta 984. Okay, rudder is good. And let's finish our setup here. TCAS on, packs off. And Christmas tree time, landing lights. And all, and let's do our quick checklist all the way down before takeoff checklist. Flight controls checked, flight instruments checked, briefings confirmed, flap settings confirmed, V-speeds are set. ATC is set, ECAM memo, takeoff no blue. Below the line, takeoff runway is confirmed, 22 left, cabin crew is advised. TCAS is on TARA, engine mode is on normal, packs are off. Before takeoff, checklist complete. Get these lights off and let's roll, friends.
WestJet 298, Toronto approach has your request, and go ahead and contact them now, 132.8.
Okay, over to Toronto approach on 32.8. Thanks for the help, WestJet 298.
United 170, contact New York Center 125.32.
Contact New York Center 125.32, United 170.
22 left is confirmed. Alright, we'll hold here. Alright, takeoff, deflect down 50%. And 1 to 50% stable. Let go of the toe brakes. Up to man flex SRS runway.
Cleveland Center, good evening. Southwest 2783, flight level 350.
Southwest 2783, Cleveland Center, squawk 5772.
100 knots.
Southwest 2783.
V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Goes intercept will go straight to autopilot, managed altitude. Speed checked. I'll wait to get to S-speed actually.
Southwest 2783, radar contact. Maybe 50 miles west of Carlton. Maintain flight level 350.
Maintain flight level 350.
Down to leopard climb. Thrust climb, climb. Speed checked. Flaps up.
Delta 984, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 390. And leaving 10,000, resume normal speed.
Climb flight level 390, Delta 984. And altitude, up we go. Cleared us early. So we'll do
Delta 984, clear direct, slate, run, VOR, Sierra Lima Tango.
Cleveland Center, please say again for Delta 984.
Delta 984, clear direct, slate, run, VOR, Sierra Lima Tango.
Clear direct Sierra Lima Tango, Delta 984. Wow, he just bypassed the whole SID. Cool.
Southwest 2783, clear direct destination.
Direct Buffalo Airport, Southwest 2783.
Spoilers are disarmed. Alright, we are on our way, friends.
Number 328 Papa X-ray, the Youngstown altimeter 2977.
Youngstown altimeter 2777.
Get these floods a bit lower. And it's nice and dark, eh? Night flying. Alright, 10,000 feet, landing lights come off.
Cleveland Center, United 816, 370, hello.
United 816, Cleveland Center, Roger.
Alright. So we'll get to that VOR at 40 past. Forgot to load Volanta. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of our flight plan loaded in as filed, and we could always change it if New York Center wants to adjust it for us. So after Sierra Lima Tango, the Foxtrot Quebec Mike 3 arrival into 22 left. And we could check that ATIS at Newark again just to see if it's still the same. Information Delta, runway 22 left is still in use. So we can go ahead and program that in.
Walker 894, cross rider at correction at 7,000. At rider cleared ILS 21 left approach.
Cross rider at 7,000 and at rider cleared ILS 21 left approach, Walker 894.
Oh, there it is. Foxtrot Quebec Mike 3. Sierra Lima Tango transition. Their approach vias we need to be aware of. Let's see, ILS runway 22 left. Star that. And then arrival. I'm not seeing it.
American 234, contact New York Center 125.32.
That's so funny.
American 234, contact New
Williamsport.
York Center 125.32.
New York on 125.32, American 234, thanks for that.
Yep, so this is definitely our approach. Okay, so we start that.
United 816, cross Bucko and maintain flight level 310.
Bucko 310, United 816.
And then Vector's final approach. So I'm going to assume no Vias. It's like heading track first. What? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not do that SLT transition. That might be freaking it out. So ILS T2 left. Williamsport 3. No transition. There you go. It likes that better. And we'll just clear the discontinuity. And there we go. So it'll be manual from suites. That track. Yep, it does. Oh, let's go to standard QNH. I think what standard is what 1013 if I recall. Yeah, it looks about right. Oh, that's lovely. That's nice. Just a little bit of waning sun there.
Brickyard 4722, descend via the tribe for arrival runway 24 right transition. Cleveland Hopkins altimeter 2974. Brickyard 4722.
Roger, Brickyard 4722 descending via the tribe for arrival. And was that altimeter for Cleveland 2974?
Affirmative.
And looking ahead, looks like Newark has full ATC coverage tonight, which is pretty awesome. Hopefully they all stay online by the time we get there. Alright, well, while we have a moment, Alright, I'm gonna hop over to Valanta real quick. Take a look at our flight. So this is us departing from Detroit here on our way to Sierra Lima Tango. We were cleared direct, which is why we're not tracking the flight plan to give us a bit of a shortcut there. And then we'll transition to New York Center and then into New York airspace where I guess we'll be headed over to one of the approaches. Well, Newark approach is on as well, so I actually don't know how they handle the overlapping circles here. But it should be nice and busy when we get in there. And if you look at Newark Airport, lots of traffic on the ground. So it should be a fun arrival. Alright, we're going to continue to brief our arrival in advance.
Southwest 4653, cross Bucko at and maintain flight level 310.
Let's pull the ground chart.
Kyle, this is Julia Oscar Lima, assistant electric.
So we're expecting T2 left. We'll probably get off.
Something Julia X-ray Lima, Cleveland Center was broken. Sounds like you might be just on the fringe of the radio range.
Okay, echo there.
Julia Oscar Lima, can you please
Let's see where Delta. I think Delta is Terminal B.
Last aircraft calling Cleveland Center for a radio check. It sounds like you're outside of radio range. It's broken.
Yeah, Terminal B.
Julia Oscar Lima, can you, is Portland International, code KPLD, in your effect?
I can't hear what you are saying because you're so far away, so I'm going to guess no.
Shame. She'll need to find a different frequency. But that's no problem. So what can we do next?
United 816, contact the Washington Center 128.6.
We could go ahead and just record the frequencies for upcoming sensors. So, New York Center.
United 816, contact Washington Center 128.6.
286, United 816. Have a great night.
So 125.325.
Southwest 4653, cross Bucko at maintain flight level 310.
Cross Bucko at maintain flight level 310, Southwest 4653.
Walker 894, runway 21 left at Metro, cleared to land. Wind 070 at 13, gust 23.
21 left, clear to land, Walker 94.
And those winds picked up quite a bit there, now favoring the northeast runways. If you need a vector back around, let me know.
Roger, will let you know, Walker 94.
Alright, we're just getting New York Center on standby, so we can switch over quickly when we're ready.
Southwest 2783, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 1000, Buffalo landing southwest.
Pilot's discretion down to 1000, Buffalo landing southwest, southwest, 2783, thank you.
Good evening, Cleveland Center, United 254 with you at flight level 240.
American 254, Cleveland Center, roger.
The seatbelt signs off. Looks like nice and smooth for now. Getting close to top of descent, as you can see by that blue line here. And then our
Brickyard 4722, plan for the ILS runway 24 right from Budrow.
Our equal time point is about 100 miles from now, where we'll be closer to Newark than we are to Detroit. And we have top of descent calculated here right before Foxtrot Quebec Mike, Williamsport, VOR.
Delta 153, Cleveland Center, roger.
Roger. Brickyard 4722, planning ILS 24 right to Cleveland after the Boudreaux intersection. Brickyard 4722.
Just a tad bit delayed.
This guy's funny. This guy is funny. So let's take a look at the star here. Looking at it's like the main. Expect clearance to cross at lowest usable flight level. Raki, expect clearance to cross at 13,000.
Number 328 Papa X-ray. Enter a left base runway 32. Runway 32 at Youngstown, clear to land, wind calm.
So looking here at the VNAV.
November 328 Papa X-ray clear to land, runway 32.
So it doesn't have those actually in here, so we'll be relying on ATC to manage our altitude from the looks of it.
American 254, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 12,000. Buffalo altimeter 2972, landing southwest.
But we do have VNAV on final approach.
12,000 pilot's discretion, Buffalo altimeter 2972, and Buffalo landing southwest. American 254.
Alright, we can brief our descent in about 10 minutes.
Brickyard 4722 at Boudreaux, cleared ILS runway 24 right approach.
At Boudreaux, cleared the ILS 24 right approach, Brickyard 4722.
Still trying to get to the top.
For Walker 94, we mind if we turn on to 9 right here?
Walker 94, yep, 9 right, and Juliet to parking, Marinus frequency.
9 Juliet to parking, Marinus frequency, thank you, Walker 94.
Our climb rate has really reduced, like we're really struggling to get up to the top there.
Delta 153, a shortcut is available. If you want it, let me know. Delta 153, clear direct. Keating, VOR, Echo Tango Golf.
Mach Alt Star.
Delta ground 19, Delta 1996, radio check.
And all cruise. We finally made it to the top. Alright, cruising altitude. Expected time of arrival is still 44 past the hour. Excuse me.
Brickyard 4722, are you going to make it down in time?
Roger, we're dropping speed quite a bit, speeding altitude quite a bit. Take charge 4722.
What a question.
Okay, you're still cleared for the ILS runway 24 right. If you need vectors for descent, just let me know.
Will do. Appreciate that. Brickyard 4722.
Southwest 4653, contact Washington Center 128.6.
126, Southwest 4652.
Alright, I'm not seeing Newark approach, but I am seeing there's JFK, there's LaGuardia, there's Pittsburgh. But I am seeing Newark Tower, so I'll get that frequency real quick, 118.3. And then we have Newark Ground at 121.8. And we have Newark ATIS and 134.825. But we'll go ahead and get digital ATIS since it's available to us for our arrival weather.
Cleveland Center, Korean 081, happy with you, maintain flight level 3990.
Korean Air 081, Cleveland Center, squawk 5717.
Cleveland Center, grade 8, Delta 2204, 50350.
Delta 2204, Cleveland Center, roger.
Cleveland Center, Korean 081, squawk set 5717.
So probably maybe hand it over to JFK approach? Unclear.
Korean 081, Cleveland, radar contact 15 miles north of Niagara. Maintain flight level 390.
Maintain flight level 390, Korean 081.
Cleveland Center, American 254, about to lose radio contact with you for a little bit.
Who was that?
Who was that indeed?
Brickyard 4722, runway 24 right, cleared to land, wind 150 at 4.
Clear to land runway 24 right, Brickyard 4722.
Getting some turbulence there.
Cleveland Center, Rouge 1677, flight level 370.
Rouge 1677, Cleveland Center.
Cleveland Center, American 254, back with you. I don't know what it is. I heard a certain cloud base and then I get kicked off.
American 254, Cleveland Center, roger. American 254, descend at pod discretion, maintain 8,000 and fly present heading, radar vectors, ILS 23, Buffalo.
Down to 8,000 and maintain present heading, runway 23, ILS 23 into Buffalo, American 254.
Cleveland Center, Frontier Flight 1601, IFR to Raleigh.
9-minute delay. Okay.
Frontier Flight 1601, Cleveland on request, standby.
Cleveland Center, good evening, Jazz 786, or 14,000, flight level 230, direct Tucson.
Jazz 786, Cleveland Center, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Hill 240, John. 76.
Frontier Flight 1601, Cleveland Center, cleared to the Raleigh-Durham Airport via the Buffalo 8 departure. Radar vectors Jamestown, that is filed. Maintain 10,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure, squawk 5761.
We're clear to Raleigh, Buffalo 8 departure, radar vector to Jamestown, minutes filed, maintain 10,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure with you, squawk 5761, Frontier Flight 1601.
Let's get the ATIS.
1601, runway 23 for departure, call for taxi, Buffalo altimeter 2972.
You might just did I blame our delay on the pushback crew.
Departure will call when we're ready to move to 2972 in the altimeter, Frontier Flight 1601.
Alright, this is an old ATIS now. Info Delta. Should I force a refresh? Oh, maybe that's what this button's
Delta
for.
984 cross Slate Run VOR at maintain flight level 330.
Cross Sierra Lima Tango at flight level 330, Delta 984.
American 254, radar contact lost. American 254, Cleveland Center.
Yeah, Roger. Sorry about that. We keep getting disconnected.
Okay, American 254, radar contact once again. Descent pilot discretion.
Throttle open
4,000.
descent.
Down to 4,000 at pilot discretion, American 254.
Alright, so
Thank you
ATIS
for hanging in
info
there.
Echo.
Southwest 2783, turn 10
Winds
degrees
170 at 6.
left. Descend at pilot discretion, maintain 9,000. Radar vectors
Altimeter
ILS
2982.
Buffalo.
10 degrees left, down to
Temperature
9,000.
21.
Radar vectors, ILS 23, Southwest 2783.
QNH 2982. Temperature is 21. Nice and warm in Newark. Winds 170 at 6. So we'll update that. Transition flight level looks good.
Yard 4722, Papa, cross runway 6 right, left turn Lima, parking this frequency.
See the minimums on the approach chart for the ILS, assuming
Roger,
that's still what we're
taxi
doing.
Yes, Papa, and what was the rest of that instruction? I do apologize.
Brigade 4722, cross runway 6 right, left turn
111.
Lima, taxi to parking this frequency.
All right.
Papa to Lima, remain on frequency. Brickyard 4722.
Yeah, we'll do config 3, why not? Weather's good and we're nice and light. And we know it's a long runway, so we can do low braking, get all that set.
Rouge 1677, radar vectors for sequence into Toronto, turn 30 degrees left.
30 degrees to the left, Rouge 1677.
American 254 is 10 miles from Clump, fly heading 260, remain at or above 3,000 till established localizer. Cleared ILS 23, Buffalo.
ILS 23 Buffalo, head to Clump for next waypoint. American 254.
We have the runway in here, 22 left. Look at the approach, see if there's any rad navs we want to take advantage of. I guess Teterboro, 108.4. Perfect. That looks fine. Get the RR up. Ground performance, already did. Fuel prediction page.
Southwest 2783, descent path discretion, maintain 5,000.
Looks good.
Discretion 5,000, Southwest 2783.
And we'll do copy active, just update that.
Jazz 786, clear direct to Phillipsburg.
Clear direct Phillipsburg for Jazz 786.
Oh wait, and it looks like I lost my connection to the stream. Ah, Cleveland Center is closing. All good. But we're almost out of their airspace anyway. Hopefully there's enough time for them to hand us over. Let's see what New York Center looks like.
Cleveland Center, this is Delta 4669, passing flight level 198 for flight level 230.
Delta 4669, Cleveland Center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, Delta 4669.
Delta 4669, clear direct to Hank.
Clear direct to Hank, Delta 4669.
Rouge 1677, your traffic to follow, 12 o'clock, 20 miles northeast bound at flight level 350 at Delta A320.
Okay, Roger. Well, I think I have my TCAS there for 1677.
Speaking of
Rouge
TCAS.
1677, additional traffic, 12 o'clock, 30 miles eastbound, flight level 390 at Delta A320.
All right, looking for the additional traffic, Route 1677. Hey, you still want us on this 350, Eddie?
Hey, firm, we'll give another 10 miles or so. We'll get you turned back to Oxman.
Roger, Route 1677.
Delta 984, Lee Meyer Space, New York Center is online now, but he's closing and doesn't want to talk to you. Your ATC services are terminated. Frequency change approved.
I won't take it too personally. Thanks again for the service. Over to Unicom, Delta 984.
Korean Air 081, New York Center is closing. ATC services terminated. Frequency change approved. Good night.
Doesn't want to talk to us.
Change approved, Korean Air 081, bye-bye.
Alright, so we'll be descending ourselves. We're on Unicom for New York Center. Hopefully Newark approach and tower and ground will still be online by the time we get there. But yeah, we're going to be on our own for the descent. Oh, and it's getting real turbulent here. And this is what we expected. It was going to max out around Sierra Lima Tango. Alright, well let's take a closer look at the approach chart. And here we're at Williamsport. So looks like we'll want to get, we kind of follow these guidelines here. We can get down to flight level 180 and then down to 130 after Hayhead. So yeah, when we cross Williamsport, we'll go ahead and descend to 180. Cleveland Center was so deadpan. I loved it. It's like, leaving my airspace, but New York Center doesn't want to talk to you. That means it's going to be nice and quiet, though, while we get into Newark. Oh, JFK approach is offline as well. They are slowly dropping like flies. Oh no! Okay, let's see. Who's left on Newark? Alright, Newark Tower is still online. And Newark Ground. We'll just monitor VATSIM and see how we do. But my apologies to the channel if y'all have been chatting. My monitoring laptop lost connection to my network. It's been doing that lately. So it looked like I was still online and no one was chatting. But I don't know if that was the case. But it looks like it's working now. We're approaching the VNAV predicted top of descent. Let's actually see what it has us doing. We don't need to descend via the star, really. We can just kind of let the VNAV do its thing. Well, actually, let's just double check. So by suite, we want to be at 7,000. So maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. But Raki, they have us at 2-1. No, we should get lower than that. We should follow the star. So when we cross that top of descent marker, I'll get us down to 18,000. Quick peek at Valanta. You can see there's this big hole left by New York Center being offline. But still got some action at Newark. According to Valanta, yeah, we have tower ground delivery in ATIS. The problem without having an approach control would be unclear. Actually, let me look at LaGuardia approach. Yeah, they're not providing approach services for Newark. So we'll basically just contact tower on final. They'll give us clearance to land effectively. And then they'll hand us over to ground. That's basically going to be the extent of our ATC experience from here on out. Unless someone else comes online. Alright, I'm going to get 18,000 set up in the FMC. And let's do open descent. Speed, thrust idle, open descent. So what open descent is doing, it's basically ignoring the vertical navigation pre-programmed flight levels at each waypoint and just taking us down most efficiently to flight level 180. And you can see the, it looks like the VNAV, that green dot there is the altitude track it wants us to be on. It's basically saying that if we were on VNAV, I don't think we would be descending yet. We can confirm that here in the flight plan. Yeah, at Foxtrot, Quebec, Mike, we'd still be at flight level, what's that? 363, but you know, ATC had us come down to 33,000. So, that is why we were here. He was getting us ready for our descent, probably somewhere along the star. It's looking like a very clear night over Pennsylvania. Alright, we got these floods down a bit because I think they're... Let's just enjoy a nice view outside if we can. Oh. Don't need these to be too bright. Actually, let me turn these off and see if that helps the frame rate. Not really. Look at status. Cat 2 in op. Oh, that's fine. That'll change when we get the secondary autopilot online on approach. Just because we have the ILS plugged in there. Alright, so this looks like this blue line, that's our new... That's when we'll get to 18,000. And then that's our new top of descent for the next stage. Although we'll want to cross Raki at 13,000. Right, yeah. So looking at where we'll get to 18,000, let's go ahead and go straight to 13. I don't want to be late. Yeah, as it is, it's going to get us down past Raki. So as we get closer, we'll see how we track with prevailing winds and such. We may use speed brakes to get us down there a bit faster. Again, with no ATC on, it's not a huge deal if we don't make that mark, but it's better not to be late. To keep an eye on what's heading next, we'll want to be at 7,000 by suite. Oh, interesting. A higher crossing altitude may be required between the hours of 2300 and 700 local. It's still early, so that won't apply to us. That's interesting. Yeah, see, as it updates, Looks like we'll be at 13,000 right by Iraqi, so not too concerned. And now that we're cleared to descend below 18,000, or flight level 180, let's just get a refresh on the ATIS. We're now in information Foxtrot, so let's update our information. 180 at 7 is the new wind. We can update our data. It's still 21 degrees, 2982 altimeter, still the same. We'll just update the winds for 180 at 7. Alright. And we can get off of standard pressure and adjust to 2982 for local QNH, or local altimeter rather. So used to flying internationally, I still call it QNH. And just to check, that is 1010, so we can update our backup here for the same 1010. Alright, so for Newark Liberty Towers at 118.3. So we'll just go ahead and get that on standby. There we go. So we can switch on over right quick when we're on final approach. And T2 left is still in use. Alright, we're just crossing south of the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre area. We're getting real close now. Should see. Really hard to see. I think there's too many clouds, but that might be Wilkes-Barre over there. Yeah, it seems like the weather radar may not be working. But looking at the ATIS here, let's see the ceilings. Lots of broken layers, overcast at 20,000. I'm hoping we'll get a nice nighttime approach into New York. That'll be nice. Oh, interesting. So we're getting a little taste. We might have to vector ourselves. Alright, this will be interesting. Okay, let's take a look at those charts again. So this is the star looking at the approach. We'll probably, instead of going direct to Teterboro, we may want to make it like a nice turn and go direct to pattern. Let's see if we can update the approach. Via pattern. Sweet manual. But we'll just we'll override that. Clear that. I don't know. I think we have to clear the manual first. I always get that mixed up. Clear manual. And then clear the discontinuity. Insert. And that looks a bit better. That's a bit more of a sensical approach. And again, no ATC. It's basically up to us. But we do want to get down to 7,000. At this point, we just passed Raki. So clear ourselves down to 7,000. Perfect. We'll get there by pens. Plenty of time to spare. We're going to hit that speed restriction at 10,000 feet. Alright, so looking at the approach chart, 7,000 feet is like our last restriction, but we'll want to be at 3,000 by pattern. Let's see if that is in the VNav. Not quite. Not quite. The VNav kind of hits the constraints, looking at the magenta star at Teterboro VOR. And that has us at 3185. Interesting. But no, we'll definitely want to be at 3,000, so we'll get there once we pass Sweets. More signs of civilization all around. It's like a moonless night. I think that's why it's so dark. It's just there's no moon. At 10,000 feet, let's get those landing lights on. And pop open. There they are. Activate constraints. Slowing down 250 knots, and then we'll continue our descent to 7,000. So we're currently south of East Stroudsburg. We'll be crossing over into New Jersey in a few minutes. Newark Tower is still online. I get the progress page. We are about 45 miles from the airport. Interesting that the VOR is not being picked up just yet. Alright, we're at 7,000. Alt star. Alt. So we'll cross suites at 7,000 per the star. Seems a little bumpy out there. Let's get our approach checklist out of the way. Briefing is confirmed. ECAM status is checked. Actually, let's confirm. It's still the autopilot. Yep. Landing distance is confirmed. Seatbelts are on. Bow ref is set. Minimums are set, and engine mode will be normal. Approach checklist complete. Got a flight on the TCAS. 1,300 feet below us. We'll be passing our track in front. Oh, I may want to stay. Oh, and I see them. Am I reading that wrong, or is that below or above us? Oh, that might be other traffic. Alright, I'm going to get down to 3,000 at this point. Thrust idle, open descent. Oh, I see them. They're in the clouds. It's a 737 also heading to Newark. Probably on a similar approach. We'll just have to watch that. We don't want to get too close. But we're probably going to follow them all the way in. I think we're nicely spaced though. They're about 12 miles ahead. Alright, let's quickly brief missed approach in case we need it. It's entirely possible now. Climb to 500, then climbing right turn to 3,000 on heading 225, inbound ARD at VOR. So let's get ARD VOR in the rad nav. Alpha Romeo Delta. To Kilma.
2,500.
Radio altimeter is alive. And hold. Okay. So 3,000 is what we'll put in the altimeter, in the FMC from his approach once we are established. Alt. Landing systems active. Picking up the ILS. A little bumpy in the clouds here. And performance setters, which is always fun. At this point, I'm going to start monitoring tower.
Captain 32, rare contact the altitude. We're past at 500 for 3,000. Captain 32, say airspeed. Jackson 32, right now we're doing a slow 470 knots.
Captain 32, the max cruise speed under 10,000 feet, 250 knots. Leaving my airspace, rare surface terminate, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, sorry for the trouble, see you.
Let's get a tighter view. Yeah, I think we'll be plenty fine. We're taking a bit of a longer approach than this Boeing. It looks like we're going to overfly pattern to Teterboro. It looks like he's kind of bypassing that turn. So that should build some more distance, assuming we're both going 250 knots, which we should be. Got a nice view of suburban New Jersey on the way in. Alright, let's get ground on standby. 121.8. This Boeing is 500 feet above us. Alright, turning towards Teterboro. And I think we can activate the approach at this stage. Start slowing down to green dot speed and start configuring for landing. And now we're going more direct than this Boeing, so let's see. Speed checked, flaps 1. Well, we'll definitely want to slow down. Give him as much distance as possible, or else one of us is going to go around. Speed checked, flaps 2.
And Newark Giant 8564 is on final over at Cupmo for the RNAV Yankee 22 left.
Giant 8464 Newark Tower, wind 1807, runway 22 left, clear land.
Runway 22 left, clear land, Giant 8564.
Giant 8564, traffic is, let's see, 4 to 5 o'clock, about 2 miles, a Airbus A320 at 3000, just watch out for him.
Alright, we got him in sight, no factor, Giant 8564.
Yeah, because I have my flaps out.
Currently he has a 20 knot gain on you.
Roger, Giant 8564.
To 984 Newark Tower.
Newark Tower, Delta 9084 on the ILS 22 left, about 10 miles.
Delta 984 Newark Tower, following a, let's see, 1 mile and trail of a Boeing 737, wind 1807, runway 22 left, number 2, clear land.
Number 2, clear land. We have the Boeing on TCAS, Delta 9084. Get the gear down, and let's configure further so we can slow further. Lights on. Radio altimeter is alive, and flaps full. Glide slope loc, we are established. Don't know why we're not slowing down though. What's wrong? What did I miss? Oh, we're supposed to be flaps 3. Spoilers armed. Runway's in sight. Oh, we're right behind that. Okay, let me slow down. Oh.
Delta 984, try to give the guy in front some space. You're 0.6 miles behind him.
Roger, Delta 984. We are slowing down to about 140 knots.
Delta 984, do you have the traffic in sight?
Traffic's in sight.
November 842 X-ray holding short 22 right, requesting takeoff clearance when possible.
Stand by.
Let's go to flaps full here. Slow down even more. Keeping the autopilot on just for safety at this point.
Aircraft calling, go ahead.
400.
That was for Charlie 15.
Break Delta 94.
Joystick disconnected out of the water, so we're going to disconnect here.
Aircraft on standby. Just gotta do something first. Give me a minute. Trying 8554 to right, no delay.
30.
Alright, getting off on the high speed 8564.
20. Retard.
Oh, I knew that was going to be hard. Full reverse. Oh, F.
Tower, UPS 91 heavy, ILS 22 left.
UPS 91 heavy, wind is 1807, runway 22 left, clear to land.
22 left, clear to land, UPS 91 heavy.
We'll go to the next one.
That's not 152, I don't remember talking to you, Sayan.
That was messy.
We're going to disconnect. We're flying VFR, Kennedy, through push approach, but cancel that. I'm going to disconnect here.
Delta 984, cross runway 22 right, ground point 8.
Cross 22 right, ground point 8, Delta 984.
2 right, ground point 8.
Cross 22 right, ground point 8, giant 8564.
Ready for taxi, Delta 2056.
Delta 2056, runway 22 right at Whiskey. You can taxi via Bravo Romeo Whiskey.
Taxi to runway 22 right, with via Bravo Romeo Whiskey, Delta 2056.
Come on, come on. My friggin' tiller got all messed up. Oh, it's still messed up, it's still messed up, still messed up. What is happening with the tiller, man? Alright. Let's figure out where the hell we are. Newark ground, Delta 9084 on November, requesting taxi to gates Terminal B, please.
Delta 984, welcome Newark. You can taxi the ramp via November Alpha.
Taxi the ramp via November Alpha, Delta 9084. Alright, spoilers disarmed.
Newark ground, giant 8564. We're off 28 right at Romeo Charlie, looking to go to area 3 over by Alpha 12.
Giant 8564, just hold position for the incoming traffic.
Alright, we'll hold here for the incoming giant 8564.
Delta 984, you can continue your taxi there, and Giant is going to give way to you.
Roger, Delta 984. Oh, there they are. We'll just say hi. How's it going? How's Ryan?
And Mooney, November Echo Yankee, you can contact Newark Tower 118.3.
Roger, contact Tower 118.3 for Mooney.
Newark Ground. Diamond 4 Whiskey Tango with you at the GA ramp. Ready to taxi.
So long.
And Diamond A24 Whiskey Tango, runway 22 right, you can taxi via Zulu 5 Zulu.
Alright, runway 22 right, full length, taxi via Zulu 5 Zulu, Diamond 4 Whiskey Tango.
Alright, let's turn here. Let's not belabor the points. I did download scenery for Newark, but it didn't seem to load properly. But we'll go to any available gates. Shut this thing down, call it a night. Just go straight into this one. Oh, I'm very off-center, but that's fine. These markings make no sense. Yeah, and you know what? We'll just make do with this. Parking brake is attached. We never started the APU, so I'll need to wait for that to spool up. Get those lights off, though, so we're not blinding folks on the ground. That was a terrible landing for our final around the world journey. But a memorable approach, you know, with that Boeing right in front of us. Well, I guess we don't need to wait for the APU per se. We can get ground power. So let's see if we can get ground power over here. Ground services. GPU.
Ground UPS 91 November
Available.
short of Delta.
And we can shut down the engines then.
UPS 91, welcome Newark. You could taxi. Where are you parking today?
We'll go over to the UPS ramp Alpha Bravo, UPS 91.
D-board.
UPS 91, you can taxi to the UPS ramp via Bravo.
UPS via Bravo.
Here
UPS
comes the
91.
gates,
See
the
ya.
jetway. Okay, that's all working. Good, so let's get the lights on and let's start getting things ready to go. So parking checklists. APU bleed, we'll turn that on to keep the packs going. We already have the packs faulted. Sorry, folks in the plane. Engines are off, seatbelt signs are off, external lights are off except for... They got the beacon off and strobes off. We can keep the nav and logo lights on. Seatbelts are off, external lights. Fuel pumps can come off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Parking brake and chocks are on, and parking checklist complete.
Tower 118.3, Diamond 4 Whiskey Tango.
I realized on that approach, because I was so focused on that traffic,
Tower 18-3, have a safe flight.
I didn't do any of the landing checklists.
Thank you.
Alright, TCAS to auto. TCAS to standby, and ATC to auto. And yeah, we'll wait for those folks to get off my plane. There they go. First class is almost already gone. We can go ahead and open this door and say hello to folks as they get out. Hello, back of plane. This Fenix is absolutely phenomenal. The only downside is that, like, ever since Sim Update 9, frame rates have just been an issue with the sim in general. We were in like the mid-20s in that approach, and I'm used to being in like the 40s at least. But hopefully they'll fix that with the next update. But you know what? You can still fly the thing. I don't really notice any stutters in the approach, so that's fine. But yeah. So this was fun. I think while we wait for the planning to complete, we can go over back to Valanta. And let's review the flight. Let's see what they recorded as the landing rate. It's probably real bad. Oh, jeez, that's embarrassing. I'm gonna take that off the screen real quick. But looking at our flights here, I recorded our around the world journey since Japan. But actually, you could see we left New York, we flew to Montreal, and then we flew up to somewhere up here. I forget the name of the airport. But then from there we went to Iqaluit, which was super fascinating. That was a fun place to fly to. And then we cut over to Greenland, then over to Reykjavik, and then down to London, and then to Innsbruck, which was a lot of fun. That was a very challenging approach and departure. Definitely want to do that one again. Then we made our way down to Rome, and then to Cairo, and then I think we either went to Doha. I think we went to Doha or Dubai. You know what? No, I think we skipped Doha. We went right to Dubai. I think we went somewhere in Saudi Arabia and then to Dubai, and then we cut over to. We went to Karachi in Pakistan, and then to Delhi, and then we did the famous approach in Bhutan, Paro, which I'm sure every flight simmer is aware of. And then we cut south into Thailand, went to Bangkok, and then at this point we decided to take advantage of the Australia world update that had just come out. So then we decided to go down to Singapore, and then to Kuala Lumpur, I think.
On the Newark ground, good evening, United 1688, clear to right, Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm going to go on to Unicom, so...
United 1688, welcome to Newark. You can taxi the ramp via Alpha.
To ramp via Alpha for 1688, thank you.
Right, on Unicom there. And then we made our way through Bali, and then down to Darwin, and then we went into the Outback. We didn't go to Alice Springs, we went to Ayers Rock, and then down to Adelaide, and then over to Melbourne, and then to Sydney. Looks like we recorded this one from Sydney to Brisbane, Brisbane to Townsville, and then we made our way back to Papua New Guinea, and then up through Indonesia again to Brunei, and then to Vietnam, and then we traced the east coast of China, hitting Sanya, hitting Macau, hitting Taipei, Shanghai, and then cut over to Japan, Tokyo, Sapporo, where we started recording our flights, then a quick stop in Russia, and then tracked the U.S. islands off the coast of Alaska to get back to the North American continent, Anchorage, Ketchikan, Vancouver, San Francisco. We had a crashed desktop here, so we had to redo that leg. The San Francisco, Salt Lake, to Sioux City, to Detroit, and now to New York. And that was it. That was the around the trip journey. 54 flights over like 8 months. Really fun experience. Learned how to fly this plane really well. All right, looks like the planing is done. So we get the APU bleed off. We get the APU off. And we can start securing the aircraft. So I'll go ahead and do all the things that I know to do, and then we'll go through our checklist and then call it a night. So let's take a look at the company message that came in. Hopefully it's not about the hard landing. Oh, not data link. Whoops. AOC. Receive messages. Arrival message. Time of arrival 2:53. Let's actually see how they compare to our flight plan. Oh, nice. So we were only 3 minutes late at the end of the day, even though we left 9 minutes late. So that's not too bad. I'm actually happy about that. Cool. So, okay. So to secure the aircraft... Let's turn off the IRSs. Turn off crew supply there. Oh, terrain is Terrain fault. Oh, that's fine. Let's get those packs off. Shut down these lights. Oh, turn those lights off. And coming down here, flight directors.
Galaxy 74, it's already a check. Thanks.
Shut that down, and we can start shutting down the integrated light systems. That looks so good. They did a really good job with that. The ECAM's off. Alright, oh yeah, I stop the timer there. Should have done that before. Get the radios off. Stop squawking. Parking brake is on. Let's just look to see. There should be checklists on the EFB. Where would I find those? Here we go. So it only stops at parking, so we don't have a securing the aircraft. Nice manual, though. I think it's really nice that they included this. Alright, in any case, securing the aircraft, checklist. Brake temperatures checked, IRSs are off, oxygen's off, APU bleeds off, emergency exit lights are off, signs and no smoking signs are off, APU is off. Last thing to do is just to shut down the batteries. Turn off the lights, disconnect external power, and back to cold and dark. There it is. That's how you do it. And we are done, friends. We are done. Nothing really left to say. Although I was hoping the landing would be smooth enough that I'd be able to debut this. It's the butter icon. It's my first emote now that I have affiliate status, but only to be reserved when I actually do butter a landing. So hopefully we'll do better next time. But yeah, we'll see where we go from here. I'm actually not sure what's next. There's a lot of things we can do. We could probably keep flying a VATSIM for a while, keep exploring the Phoenix. I definitely want to look at the Boeing 787 a bit, especially when the 800 900 series comes out. Maybe want to check out that Apollo mission that I had spoken about on prior streams. A lot we can do.
Newark, traffic, commuter 145, 15 miles per hour.
What is traffic
South,
Sorry, being interrupted by radio chatter. Let me just go into like a nonsense frequency. There we go. But yeah, thanks again for joining me on this round the world journey. It really was fun having you guys tagging along, flying with me on occasion. We will see each other again, but for now, this is Mike November Whiskey signing off.